Welcome back to Business Live. The Ghana Standards Authority is calling for a stress test on all public buildings. We will tell you why, including some international stories coming up next.
Workers of the Tema Oil Refinery say they fear they will be laid off as the plant has been idle for about 7 months due to the unavailability of crude oil. They indicated that even though the refinery had undergone routine maintenance, workers were still waiting for the government to provide it with crude oil to refine. Union leaders of the refinery made this known during a general meeting of the Tema District Council of Labour, according to a GNA report. They indicated that according to their management, the about 800 workers of TOR were being paid with overdraft, a situation they feared would end up in their layoff, just as it happened in the banking sector. The Ghana Standards Authority has called for a stress test to be carried out on all buildings and properties used by the public within the next 12 months to ensure safety. A report by the Ghana News Agency says these include all government offices, banks, private businesses, malls, markets, churches and mosques. Professor Alex Dodu, the Director General of the GSA, who made the call, said it is in the interest of the country for all buildings used by the public, including government buildings and private ones accessed by the public, to undergo the necessary test and be certified. The call came on the back of the recent collapse of a ceiling at one of the shopping centers at the Accra Mall. Transit trucks conveying exported goods from Ghana's ports to neighboring countries are to be bonded by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority from next year. The introduction of the bond is to halt the diversion of such goods onto the Ghanaian market. The diversion of goods along the transit corridor has become rampant in recent times, according to the GRA. Therefore, the need to put in measures to curb the exercise. The GRA indicated, however, that leadership of customs was working on the fine details of the said bond before its implementation. According to the GNA, the diversion of transit goods deprives Ghana and the destination countries of needed revenue, as no duties are charged on them since they were not meant for the Ghanaian market. Sears, the U.S. department store chain that once dominated America's shopping malls, has filed for bankruptcy. Sears Holdings, which also owns Kmart, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on Monday. The company has suffered, along with many other traditional retailers, from rising online competition from firms such as Amazon. Sears has been closing stores and selling properties as it grapples with debt of more than $5 billion. The company employs nearly 90,000 people in the U.S., although that is down from 246,000 5 years ago, and in its heyday, it had more than 3,000 stores. It became America's largest retailer before being overtaken by Walmart in the 1980s. JP Morgan Chief Executive Jamie Dimon will not attend an investment conference in Riyadh amid growing tensions between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. He is the latest high-profile figure to pull out of the event dubbed Davos in the Desert, following the disappearance of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The Saudis deny killing Mr. Khashoggi. Oil prices rose on Monday on supply concerns, but the Saudi stock market rose after sharp falls on Sunday. SoftBank's share price tumbled about 7% in Tokyo as the fallout from Mr. Khashoggi's disappearance spread. The Japanese conglomerate $100 billion Vision Fund is almost half financed by Saudi Arabia. A critic of the government, Mr. Khashoggi, vanished on 2nd October after visiting the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Authorities there believe he was killed in the building by Saudi agents, which Riyadh has dismissed as lies.